What up, YouTube? Ed, WeskerGriff, coming back with my Saturday recap from the Nationals. So Saturday for me was a shorter day. I was only at the convention till 4 o'clock. Had to leave 2 hours early to go over to Progressive Field because I was going to be going to the Indians-Angels game, which was sold out. There was a pretty large crowd there. It was pretty crazy, but got a really, really great game. Corey Kluber absolutely dominated the Angels. Got to see Shohei Ohtani, my first time seeing him play. And it was cool just to catch a game there because I've never been to Progressive Field, so it was a new ballpark for me. Really enjoyed the stadium. It was really nice. My only complaint about Progressive Field is they have an open concourse somewhat, but you're not allowed to stand. You got to keep moving. So I feel like they should take advantage of that and maybe like sell tickets to people so that they can stand in that area. Because I really enjoy standing watching baseball games. I do that at Citizens Bank Park a lot. But they don't do that there. I think they just have one little section where they offer standing room. But Progressive Field was a really great venue. The parking situation in Cleveland isn't the best, though. Almost pulled into a lot. There's like a casino next door called Jack's Casino. They charged $50 for parking. Almost got suckered into pulling in there, but I was like, no. So I kept going a little bit, and parking is pretty expensive around that ballpark. Most of the lots I saw were charging $40 to $35, and then there was a few 51 sprinkled in there. But I found one parking garage that was several blocks down, and it was $10. So I'm like, oh great, I found the bargain. But I parked in there, and literally I don't know how that parking garage passed city inspection. There was like cracks in the cement all throughout, all on the pillars. Most of the spots were like had like work construction on them, like being revamped or unavailable to use, not safe to park at. But did find a spot, did manage to make it out of there. The building did not collapse, and I made it home. But that was an adventure, parking there. But hey, it was $10, so saved $40. But it was an experience. It was fun. But getting back to my pickups from the National, like I said, had to leave a little early. So I mostly just was hanging out with a lot of the guys in the community, hanging out with Mike O, Mike Fabian, all the guys. And got a chance to meet Dan Spartan Dogs. I think he drove down from Michigan to come to the National on Saturday, so it was great to meet him for the first time. Dan's an awesome dude, and he was walking around with Todd Burlingame, so I was talking to those guys a lot. And yeah, it was a ton of fun. Went over to the eBay booth. They were giving out some pretty cool discounts and some cool promotions, so went over there. Then went over to COMC to check those guys out. Also, I did buy another box of Game of Thrones Season 7. I'm not even going to bother showing the cards because I didn't really do too great. So I did 2 boxes of Season 7 and I didn't really set the world on fire, but it was cool. I will say it was cool to see all the Game of Thrones boxes sell out by Saturday. So that was really great to see that there's a strong demand for Game of Thrones cards, and that they sold it out because none of the other non-sports stuff was selling. They had boxes and boxes and boxes of Star Wars stuff that wasn't moving. They had tons of Walking Dead stuff that wasn't moving, so it was great to see Game of Thrones sell it out. But, yeah, let's get up to the pickups. I've been doing a lot of talking, and you guys are here to see what the hell I picked up. But, first card, picked this up from a value box, Nick Pivetta. This is his Bowman Chrome autograph. Can't beat that for $3. I'll take it. Then picked this up, Mark Leiter Jr. from Topps. Picked that up for $5. For some mysterious reason, me and Mike O have talked about this before. Mark Leiter Jr.'s autograph sells for like $8 to $9 on eBay. We don't understand it, but hey, $5, I'll take it. Next, the only football card I picked up today, was looking for this guy's autograph the entire weekend and finally found one dealer that was selling it. This is out of 2017 Panini Prism. Autograph Eagles running back Corey Clement, the Super Bowl hero, one of. And you can't get any of his cards in Philly for a reasonable price. I mean, most of the dealers sell it for like $30 to $40, but This guy was from Texas. He was selling it for $10. So pick that up. And I went around to a few other dealers. There was a couple cards I was eyeing up. There was one guy that was selling a Rhys Hoskins Topps Finest that I was eyeing up, but he had it a little too high. Made him an offer. He told me he was selling Rhys Hoskins stuff the whole weekend and he wasn't going to budge on the price. So that was fine. I just wanted to know if he would take my offer. Then I went to another dealer that I went to on Thursday and bought Game of Thrones cards from. He had a Season 1 autograph of Mark Addy. I figure I'd throw him out an offer as well. Didn't really even have the money to be making the offer I was making, but made it anyway. And he wasn't going to come down on price either. He had it for $200. He only came down like $10. So that card is definitely not worth $190. The last couple ones sold on eBay for $149 each. So I felt fine not accepting that offer. But then I walked around and found a guy all the way in the back selling Topps Living Set cards, and his case was pretty empty, so a lot of people were buying his cards. But he did have a PSA 10 of Rhys Hoskins. It was $180 he wanted, but he had the raw version for $50. So I offered him $35, and he was pretty hesitant. I could see him hesitating, so I told him, listen, if you take the Rhys for $35, I'll also buy Scott Kinnery for full price. And he had it for $7. And he had a stack of Kinnerys. Kinnery was like the one guy he had that was not selling because he's obviously struggling really bad, Scott Kinnery. And if you're not a Phillies fan, you're probably not going to pick the card up. But he said, yeah, he'll do that. So got Scott Kinnery again for the Living Set. And finally, got a Rhys Hoskins from the Living Set. So I was really pumped about that because I've been trying to get this card off eBay for, I would say, 2 months. And I always get outbid it. And the buy it nows are always like $49, $45. I just don't want to pay that amount for this card raw. But was able to get it for $35. So really happy about that. So that's all I got. Also have these 2 silver packs from the National. I was going to open these at Progressive Field, but since it was sold out and it was so crazy in there, I didn't even bother to do that. So I'm going to open them in a separate video. I'm going to do that right now. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great one. Peace.